What are the pros and the cons of living in Princeton, Texas? That's one of the most common questions that I get from clients that are looking to move into the area. So if you're thinking about moving to Princeton or simply want to learn more about the city, this is a video for you. And you're going to want to stay to the end because some of these cons will not only surprise you, but can actually cost you money. Now, if we're just meeting, my name is Jaime Resendez. Welcome to the DFW Homeowner YouTube channel, where you'll find real estate information that no one else is sharing with you. All right, so let's dig into it. Princeton's located on the northeast side of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. It has about an hour and 15-minute commute to downtown Fort Worth, and you're looking at about a 55-minute to downtown Dallas. And to get to the airport, you're looking at 45 to 50 minutes. Now, one of the biggest reasons that so many of our clients put Princeton on their short list of cities to consider whenever they're purchasing a home is because of the cost of living. Princeton has a ton of amazing real estate at reasonable prices. In fact, a lot of it happens to be new build construction, so you have a lot of builders up in Princeton building some incredible houses. You have Pacesetter, LGI, Meritage, and so many other builders. In fact, there's actually more new builds than resales. In preparation for this video, I searched how many homes are available for sale right now, and there's 278. Of those, 170 were brand new homes. And that's not even accounting for the homes that are not placed on the MLS by all of the builders, because there's actually a very well-known secret that most of the builders' inventory never makes it online. Now, another major pro to Princeton is the parks and recreation scene. You have a ton of parks to choose from, miles and miles of trails, and you also have access to Lavon Lake, which is right down the road and gives you such an opportunity to enjoy the outdoors. Princeton is one of those suburbs that quickly grew up. However, even though it's growing up at a blistering pace, it still feels like a small town, mostly because it is a small town with 30,000 residents. Now, what's crazy to think is that 3 short years ago, it was at 17,000. But again, even with all that rapid growth, it still feels like a small town. You still have that community feel. You're still gonna find yourself going to the football game Friday nights. And most likely, you're gonna run into people that you know quite regularly. Now, that may or may not be a good thing, so I'll just leave that up to you. And by the way, if you're finding value in this video, let me know that you're here by commenting Princeton down in the comment section, because now we need to talk about some of the downsides. What are the cons of living in Princeton? Well, right off the bat, we have to talk about it, and that's traffic. This is one of the biggest things that comes up with all of our clients that we place in Princeton. Heck, I'll be honest, sometimes I don't even like going to Princeton to show homes because of the traffic. Now, don't mishear me, I still go, but I usually take a snack because I know for a fact that Highway 380 is going to get backed up. Now, of course, that's going to happen during rush hour, when there's weather out, meaning water or hail, when they're doing construction, or when there's an accident. Most of Princeton residents do not work in Princeton, so everybody is commuting. Now, of course, we have to remind ourselves that public transportation is not in our DNA. So if you're going to live in Princeton, you need a reliable form of transportation. And I would even argue that Uber and Lyft are not enough, because there's going to be times whenever you need to get somewhere from Princeton and there's not going to be enough drivers in the area. Now, the second con, which is actually getting better, but I do have to call it out here, and that's the high property taxes. Property taxes got out of hand quick, and I mean at a blistering pace. So much so that in 2023, they had one of the largest property tax rate reductions that I've personally ever seen. Now, that does help, but again, it's still on the higher end because you still have to add at least the ISD percentage and also the county percentage. So yes, property taxes are a huge consideration, especially in Texas, given that Texas has some of the highest property tax rates in the entire country. Now, the third downside of Princeton is the extreme weather. When you live in Princeton, expect severe thunderstorms. And with those severe thunderstorms, expect a lot of wind, expect a lot of rain if you're lucky, because oftentimes what that translates into is a lot of hail. And in several instances, you're gonna run into some tornado warnings. Now, thankfully, for the most part, they just stay at warnings. Now, I share this particular point knowing full well that there's nothing that you can do to stop this, to prevent this. But there are things that you can do to prepare. One simple way to prepare is by making sure that you're adequately insured. So make sure that your vehicle, your property, and your belongings are insured. Now, overall, the reason that so many of our clients select Princeton over all the other cities is because of that small town feel, the school system, the affordable cost of living, and the parks and recreation scene, which is why we at the DFW Homeowner YouTube channel give Princeton a 3.9 out of 5. Now, if Princeton has piqued your interest and you want to learn more about the city all the way back to when it was founded, check out this video right here. Or if you're ready to check out some Princeton real estate, check out our list of preferred homes, linked down in the description.